Hi everyone, it's Agnes coming to you with some kind of a cord, a paper towel roll, and a wooden bead. I'm on a mission actually to show you how you can create some fun ornaments that can turn into, some embellishments that can turn into ornaments, or simply keepsake, or a fun activity with kids or grandkids. So as you can see, I'm trying to wrap a nice bulk, sort of like you're forming a tassel of whatever choice of your material is going to be. In my case, it's sort of a macrame-like cord, but it really is not. The pretty yarn. The sky is the limit. Whatever you have that is long. Okay, so now I'm just actually cutting one end of it because I do want it to have a long strips in which I am going to start to have fun with on my paper towel strip. Say aim for at least 10 to 12 inches of each strips. As you can see I'm folding each one of them in half, putting this underneath my strip of the paper towel and looping it through it. See, like right there, I'm going it under and looping it through, and of course securing it right at the end. See how easy is this? I am positive you already know what am I making. I am actually trying to show you how you can make the hat, but this is not where I'm going to stop. So make sure to stay till the end. So you're going to see how am I going to put this hat into use for a very fun ornament. So as you can see everything goes pretty smooth. Obviously, when you get the hang of it, it goes pretty smooth and it's actually perfect little exercise for your fingers. Hot glue is needed right here. If you're going to really nicely pull at the end, that strings, everything is staying in place. I always like to go back and check and make sure that all of them are nicely aligned in there. And just like that, everything is done. So now it's time to move on to another step. This time we are going to try to expose the rim of our hat. So all what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling all the strings through the inside of my hat to create, to actually show everything on the other side. So see, like all of a sudden your little knots are hidden right in the rim. So here we go. We have the rim of the hat. We are not going to finish it yet because we need to make something else now. So let's go back to the Tupperware this time because I do want it to have it longer, and I would say is, I don't know, 20 inches because I like that portion to be longer. So it's very hard to say how many times did I, wrap this around because it all depends on the thickness of your yarn. But if you're going to see the whole project, you will know how many times you need to, and if you like it full or not. Okay, so I'm still doing the same thing as I would do any tassel. I'm tying on the top. And then I do have that wooden bead that I would like to thread through my through the yarn that I'm using, or wherever the thread I'm using, and try to add to the front of my tassel. But I do not want to add to the whole half of it. I do want to add to maybe, 10 strands of it, and right in the middle. So I'm just going to pick some of them, tie it nicely, and I would say it's around inch or so from the top of the tassel, and that's it. So now let's get back to that hat and pull it through and make sure to sit the hat we were just making on the top of the tassel head. Can you imagine? So we made 2 tassels. Okay, so now I do want it to fluff it up a little bit because I do like to have fuzz and, and all that little, interest over there. So I am taking my comb and trying to separate the thread as much as I can. If you're going to be using a yarn, it's going to be all easy for you, so you don't really have to do it. So here we go. I got it all. I do want to take another string and I do want it to tie the top of my hat to create a nice fuzzy pom-pom. And I always like to do it right very close to the top of the actual tassel that we've created underneath. And do you see that cutie patootie right now? Did we just make ourselves a little gnome? it's time to clean up a little bit the top of the pom-pom on the top that we created. So look at this, my scissors, even the heavy duty ones got stuck at some point. So what I would say is at that point, make sure that the yarn that it's holding the actual bottom tassel is on the side when you do the cutting. You for sure do not want to cut your string because you would have to start all over again. So see, I'm holding it with my finger, brushing it off a little bit, trying to make a fuzz out of it. Well, you know what? We're going to be making more of them, so you better practice. So it's cute though. I'm going still most likely adjust knowing myself. But as you can see is I'm always trying to say, and I always try to point it out, it is really all about the details. It's all about how you finish it off. It doesn't really matter how you're going to get there, but it's all the final touches. So now it's time to cut the strings on the bottom and really create a nice a beard for our gnome. You can see as I'm playing around with the nose because I do want the nose to be under the hat. I don't know, for some reason I like the mystery gnomes with the nose it's not being exposed. So I am going to town with my comb, brushing it off as much as I can, adding the glue here and there. And of course, as you can see, is I do have a blink. It's got to go there. So here I go. I'm adding a tiny blink because that's my gnome. Okay, so here is the closer pictures. And I actually feel that this is such a cute embellishment to any gifts that it's going to turn later into a keepsake. I love to display those things all year round on the doors, on the Christmas trees, on the gifts. I mean, you name it. Even you can keep them on the bottles if you have a pretty decorated bottles. Obviously, you know, this is up to you. What are you going to do with it? But I really hope that you are inspired to make one for yourself. And I cannot wait to see all of them. It's again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Don't forget to sprinkle. Oh, look at this. I even took my gnome outside to show you how cool it looks. Again, bye.